Hello everybody, welcome back to the Let's Play. It feels so good to know finally I beat the dragon for the first time. So I took a little rest, but we're not done in the end, so let's hop back into the end through the portal, because I want my first elytra. I'm really looking forward to this, to being able to fly. So we have the outer portal there. Let me quickly pillar up, place the trapdoor, go below, and let's go through. Honestly, I'm still speechless. And at this point, it just feels like I should maybe quit. It's not supposed to. Yeah, I fell into the void. Couldn't do anything, and I lost it all. My gear, my armor, my tools, my weapons, the golden apples, it's gone. So this took me a while actually to process, and then I went back to the overworld, chopping trees, trading sticks, and now we're back to Diamond. I already have my sword in my hand, and yeah, just next to the golden XP farm, just getting all the XP to enchant my gear again. Honestly, the motivation isn't that high, but on the other hand, it just feels like, yeah, I know, and we need to go back to the end. We need to challenge, but I'm so scared of going back through the portal. I honestly even forgot to record when I went through the second time. But look at this. I managed to do it. We just landed on the outer corner of this island. That's so crazy. Did that ever happen to anybody of you? I mean, just going through the portal and ending up into the void. So I was already imagining myself like, then I need 1,000 blocks to bridge over from the main island. So before I go, just let me quickly make the landing spot of the portal a little bit bigger, so we don't fall into the void again. And now we're ready to go. Now we're ready to roll. Grabbing some coarse fruit and some endstone first. The coarse fruit, it just helps me when I will get lifted up into the air by the shulkers, that I can teleport back to the ground. And now I'm ready to go. And yeah, so I have no idea in which direction I need to go, or don't see anything yet. So I think we just keep walking and see if there is something. And so we just reached one dead end. I don't see an end city. Maybe there's one to the left, but yeah, let's bridge over and see if it will get a little bit more clear when we're on the other side. yeah, feels kind of lost for me because, yeah, first time in the end, looking for the end cities, but always scared falling back into the void again. But I think that's what Minecraft is all about. Keep exploring, and I think this looks very good up there. This is an end city, and I think there is also a ship, so this should be our chance to get our elytra. And there are our first two shulks. Lucky I didn't shoot the arrow already, because otherwise would have shot the enderman. And hey, they already dropped 2 shulker shells, so I'll be able to craft my first shulker box. But there were so many in here. I mean, the good thing is I didn't need to find a way up, because just, whoops, there's one in front of me. It just got up by myself, and don't mind looting these chests. There is the end ship, so I really went just straight through the end city. For me, it's just like, just want the elytra now. Don't want to risk any death or any fall into the void again. Just having the elytra, having the ability to fly around. And also no idea what was wrong at this point with my game, because I got like the new recipes and some achievements I had before, but also in the last episode in the stronghold, yeah, my skin was black sometimes, so might have been a little bit buggy, but there we have it. It was quite an adventure actually to get to this point, but finally our first elytra. Let me take away the shield so we see a little bit better, and grab the loot from the chest first. Not all of it, but a lot of gold. And also all the iron stuff. I mean, we never use it actually, since we have diamond, but don't mind having it and looting it. And then I think at the end it was worth the pain, even though it just took me hours longer just to gear up again. But guys, we have it finally. My first elytra. So I'm so excited for that. It will make so much stuff. Will get easier to reach and to explore, and yeah, playing Minecraft now for approximately 2 years. So first elytra after 2 years. It's such a relief now having the elytra, and I think it was worth the hours spent for like stick trading again. But before we leave, let's take the dragon head. I guess that's just what you do. And then I also enchanted the elytra with mending and unbreaking, so don't want to go into the void again. And it looks so cool. You see like where I bridged over, but let's jump. And we are off flying. It's basically the first time. I went to Creative World once to practice it a little bit, because also here too scared and afraid of completely doing it wrong. But yeah, I will now go just to raid some more cities just to get some spare elytras, and then we will meet back up at the mining outpost, because we want to go building as well. Welcome back. Just little restock on my carrots because I also lost a lot of golden carrot into the void. And you see already prepared a lot of shulker boxes and filled them up with building blocks. Yeah, from the mining outpost we just take a little boat trip. I was here once when I was exploring a little bit off camera, and I want to build here another outpost, or yeah, eventually it should end up in a village, where this should be the place where we'll have some kind of like an industrial place, or even more like I want to have some tree farms here in the end, and having like a living civilization. So for that, let's start with a little harbor or a little place where you can arrive with your boat, and yeah, just for me it's just having the imagination that this place is really coming to life. And you may also see, like in the first episodes, it was more of a rush than, or at least for me it feels like it was more of a rush than it is now. So just wanted to start step by step, building up the pillars as well, and then also getting the stairs up. And as always, when you have a little harbor or a little dock or whatever you want to call it, you also want to have like a house. Somebody like is welcoming the travelers, the traders. And on a harbor basically you also have like a lot of storage, a lot of chests and barrels. So I just taking my time here, decorating it, and also like breaking the regular stone pattern a little bit as well. And then going up to build this little doghouse. Well, let's say doghouse. And this will also serve for me now, just to have like a little safe place to sleep for as long as I was building. Because one thing I found here around is into the taiga there is a pillager outpost, and this is actually also like the main build we want to do today, because also when I was restocking my gear and my armor after I fell into the void, I just realized like having a sustainable supply of emeralds would have made it so much easier. And that means at one point we need to do a raid farm, or at least an emerald farm. But for both things we need to be able to start a raid. And to start a raid, first you need to have bad omen. And this is the perfect spot for me, like to build an ominous bottle farm at this pillager outpost. Also, if I want to have like a lumberjack tree village, however you want to call it in future, we cannot having pillager walking around all the time and eventually killing the villagers that we want to live there as well. So I went back up to the hill, to the outpost, started cleaning the villagers. Why are there so many creepers? So number one is gone. Number two, there's a villager stuck into the powdered snow. So yeah, don't mind the easy kill. And then let's go up to the top, see if there is any good loot. And another thing, sorry sir, you're not supposed to be here. Or at least not anymore. And well, are there actually any pillager outposts with good loot? Maybe you know, I've never seen that before. So, but let's go straight building. So, in case you don't know, in Bedrock, there are like a maximum 4 spawn spots for pillagers. And there's a little trick with the pumpkin you can do to know how many spots you have. So if you place a pumpkin on this position and the stem points toward the chest, you can assume that you will have 4 total spawn points. And you see, I just bridged out a little bit and came back in, and there were already a lot of pillagers already spawned, and even a captain. So we don't mind getting our first ominous bottle. So then let's start building. For that, we start with taking down this pillager outpost, starting from the roof to, yeah, eventually to the bottom. So I really want to make my own build here. And making some more space to build with. I actually got inspired for this build just from Leia, from kind of like the Japan architecture. So you will see in the end how the build turned out. So the top floor here will be where we'll have the spawn points for the pillagers with the trident killers. If you build the trident killers the way I did for this building, you need some space, because the tridents, they will always just align in one direction. So yeah, the build needed to be a little bit bigger. The design or the inspiration for the trident killer, actually for the farm, is by Silent Whisperer. And to our place then, the walls are on the pillager first, just also to get a feeling if my calculations were right. And yeah, I eventually I wanted to keep it also, like if I got inspired by Japanese architecture, also thought like, yeah, well, why not keeping it white and red, just kind of like honor their colors, or like from the national flag. So pale oak, it just makes it so much easier to also get some white into the build, so you don't need quartz or concrete. That it's just, I mean, it's possible, it's doable, but still way more effort to get. But I like the pattern. Also needed to be a little bit creative with the stairs as well, because the trident killer gave me some limitations of what is possible to build and what not. But yeah, it's actually a pretty easy and basic design to build. So the trident killer itself just took me some minutes, and just needed to repeat it 4 times just for all of the spawn points and needed also the trident. But it's so easy to get tridents in Bedrock. And then after I finished the killing room, as I said, I went down to tear down the whole outpost basically to the ground, so that I can build my own structure. And it should be like this big stone creation with the storage room below the trident killer. And you see with the switch here we can activate and deactivate the farm. And just by doing that time by time while building, you see we already got some bottles, a lot of arrows, also some banners. And yeah, if I would do it now, it would have been easier, because then for the sorting system needed 41 bottles of each level, and you have like 5 different levels, so needed to go AFK at the end a little bit to finish the sorting system. But let me keep the wall here just in the usual pattern, at least for me, just breaking stone and stone bricks, and then we built prepared the item sorter. Which is basically like, yeah, there are like just 2 different sorters I usually do for Bedrock when I just do the classic ones. But I realized at this point, at one point, I will be low on redstone, so this will be a project we will tackle for future, how to have an unlimited supply of redstone and redstone dust. But yeah, let me finish here the sorting system and the storage room. And yeah, as you can see, that's basically it. Oh, I just needed to finish up with like having an aesthetic AFK farm, having some decorations around, and also wanted to have a clear pathway from the harbor, from the dock to the farm. Yeah, which I really, I mean, it took me a while, but also took my time to have it in a way that I was pleased, and also have it light up as well. So there will be, usually in taigas, there are a lot of creepers and a lot of zombies walking around anyway. So just to have some kind of a safe pathway through the farm and back. And as you can see, there were like 2 stairs, or there are 2 stairs to go up. One leads to the storage room, the other leads to the farm itself. Just to check time by time if everything's still working, look and work the way it's supposed to be. I love, even though if I have some desire of having a farm good looking and in an aesthetic way, I just want to have some access to the actual farm itself as well, just to check the functionalities. And also really like using distinguished campfire just to break the height pattern, so not everything is on the same height. And I do really like the way this turns out. Yeah, instead of just showing you me decorating and doing all the details in a POV, I just want you to show how this turned out at the end. So this episode started so wrong, so bad, and yeah, happy I kept going, and I'm really happy how this turned out with the dog. And you also saw I also built a little cactus farm, just for, yeah, because I will need cactus for future builds, but yeah, decided not to show the whole process in this let's play here. It will be part of future let's plays, at least, to be shown. And I really love how the build turned out. This looks so cool, and at the end, if we will have a whole village around, this kind of like the tower will look amazing. And as always, the AFK platform is designed as a hot air balloon. I will link the tutorial by Achak in description as always, because it's so genius though, the way he came up with this. And you also see just added some more decorations like the little tent back here, and also below the storage room I have this manual storage room as well. Yeah, we are done for today. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play again. Let me know in the comments what you think, what were your biggest fails into the end. Leave a like or subscribe, and see you.